So good.
I'm not frozen, so I'm hopeful.
Yeah, what's not to be great? It's a 3-day weekend.
Right.
Which means that we can move faster.
That's right. welcome everybody to Tuesday's new at Sideshow live. Wait, live.
I'll never get it.
Live.
Get it.
Live.
Do it. There you go. Hey, everybody. Welcome. This is Sideshow's daily resource for all things pop culture and all the happenings happening at Sideshow. I am Autumn, and I'm joined by, I can do this, Rob, Amy, and Robin. Wait, no, there you go, Robin.
There you go.
Hey, everybody. So we had a 3-day weekend. So we have lots of stuff to cover today. And let's bring up the agenda and see what we're going to be covering today. All right. Ta-da. We need songs for all these. The agenda. Today at Sideshow, first of all, what's going to be happening in terms of live streams, all over our channels. Then we're going to just talk about what's new at sideshow.com, like new things that are in stock. And we're going to talk about the deal of the day. Then Robin's going to take us through some of the collector community images that have been submitted. Then we're going to go through the pop culture headlines. Then we're going to find out what's in the blog. And lastly, but not leastly, we are going to cover this week in streaming.
You know, that's just, you make that sound so boring after what's in the blog.
And then also, like, what are we streaming?
Yeah. And Robin with what are we streaming? Thank you.
Yeah, take the blog
exciting.
very seriously.
No, dude, where's my blog?
That's still my favorite one.
I like it. I also like you can't handle the blog.
Electric Blogaloo.
All right, let's head over to Robtown, and he's going to let us know what is going on Sideshow today. Happening today.
Well, there's one other stream going on today. Unsealed and Revealed will be on all of our social media channels today at 10 a.m. Pacific. So just a little bit after this show ends, pop right over.
There's an important update about that.
Uh-oh.
I'm moderating today, and I have not moderated that show in well over a year. So
all bets are off.
Tune in.
Yeah.
They are featuring a pretty cool figure. It's the Gandalf the Grey 6 scale by Asmus, and that thing looks very good. So very exciting over there. Go check it out and see Autumn live moderate.
I'm gonna nail it. I know it.
If no other reason to show up.
I haven't moderated anything in well over a year, so that show should be no problem.
Yeah. Cakewalk.
It's like riding a bike.
Doesn't sound like it.
A really complicated bike.
That's also on fire.
It's also on fire, and everything's on fire.
So tune in for that. We also have a couple giveaways going on. Some are continuing from last week. First up, we have the Flash 750 fine art print by Francis Manipool. This giveaway is running on our website going until June 4th, 10 a.m. Pacific. And you can find that at side.show/backinaflash.
Back in a flash.
Next up, we have the Dr. Doom fine art print by Richard. Is it Luong?
Yeah.
Luong?
Rich Long.
Running on our website as well, going until June 4th, 10 a.m. You can find that at side.show/phdoom.
That's not how you pronounce that.
Fadoom?
Thank you. Yes.
Fadoom.
Accuracy is important.
Now, we did lose a giveaway over the weekend.
Oh, no.
Darth News is no longer here for us.
Darth News is no longer.
It's gone. But in its place, we have the Thor 6 scale from Infinity War being given away as part of our newsletter giveaway, running until June 30th at 10 a.m. Pacific. And you can find that at side.show/newsworthy.
Okay, I'm over my sadness about Darth News. I'm sorry.
I need to process this one.
That's
amazing. So that we get that all month.
Yep. So that'll be our month-long short link giveaway. Enjoy.
I remember when he held out at him and the hammer came and it's like, I'm still worthy.
I caught just that scene this weekend and it still almost broke me. Like I need a break.
It breaks me every time. Whew.
And those are our giveaways.
Nice. Nice.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Let's find out what's going on next. Let's bring up our little Now we're going to talk about what's going on now at sideshow.com on the site, and that's going to be with Amy.
Amy.
All right, now at Sideshow, we've got some new in-stock items you're going to want to take a look at. First up, we've got the Caesar Spear version statue by Star Ace Toys Limited. This is from, of course, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. So in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, the first talking ape, Caesar, led the apes in a rebellion against the humans. In War of the Planet of the Apes, he became the general of an ape army, battling the humans who refused to let them live in peace. This Star Ace figure of Caesar sits on his horse, ready to go into battle with his spear. The horse features a removable saddle and bridle as seen in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. This is at side.show/ you blew it up.
You blew it up.
That was, I'm sorry. My brain read
You
Google.
maniacs.
Google.
Yes.
You
You blew it up.
And I was like, is that a horse term?
Like, I feel like maybe I don't know that fandom as well as I thought I did.
You blew it up.
Blew
You
it up.
maniacs.
Dirty apes. This is so cool.
I love it.
It's a monkey on a horse. What more could you want?
And there's actually two versions of this too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's one with the spear, and then there's another
No.
one where he's got a gun
You
in his
blew it
back.
up.
There we go.
I genuinely couldn't read that short link. I mean,
I love
it's a
it.
good one. But when you put all
I
those
love
letters
it.
together, it's an art form that Rob has perfected, more
That's
or
a
less.
really cool piece,
So,
though.
yeah,
It is.
very cool.
Did we thank Madison for dropping the links in the chat?
Madison is in all the chats moderating, setting the standard for what I should be doing later on today. I will not be able to live up to it. So thank you, Madison.
For your unattainable standards.
Yes.
Up
Thanks,
next,
Madison.
this little beauty also just got an out of the box video on our YouTube channel, so you can check that out if you're curious to see how she fits together. This is the Cinderella statue by Sideshow in collaboration with J. Scott Campbell for his Fairy Tale Fantasies line. The Polyresin Cinderella statue measures 16.25 inches tall atop a mirrored base. It is very mirrored, so when you are unboxing, be careful not to get your fingerprints all over it. It is accented with floral filigree and pumpkin designs, and it's harkening back to her fairy tale origins. Her shimmering blue ball gown magically materializes around her as she prepares to dance with the prince. Now, there's no actual magic involved in this piece, but the sculpture is amazing. And from her tiara to her iconic slippers, Cinderella looks positively enchanting as envisioned by J. Scott Campbell as a part of his popular pinup series. This is side.show/before curfew. And I don't know if we're allowed to have favorites, but if we are, this is my definite favorite of the fairy. Like, I love all the fairy tale fantasies.
We have someone right here who can tell you if you're allowed.
You know, I love the way they did the dress.
Oh,
on
it's
this
so good.
piece, but I also love the way that we have to put a disclaimer out that the item doesn't come with magic. So,
It is sans magic.
You know, I get really fun and fancy with the product. For some reason, I always want to make sure that it's like, oh, we're not implying that this is actual magic. It won't turn back in, like the dress won't
We're gonna
disappear
get-
at midnight.
We're going to get sued for the lack of magic. I was told that there would be magic in this
I
box.
was told there's a magical dress, and why isn't it appearing and disappearing?
It's doing nothing. It's just sitting here.
Okay, but that effect,
It's
the
amazing.
it's so cool. Like the art team that came up with that, and the way that
Yeah.
closer to the places where the dress is appearing, or
Yeah.
the paint is lighter, so it almost looks like it's still filling in its color. It's like,
You know what
Oh,
else
it's
I
just
love?
beautiful.
It's right there next to your, like that little piece of trim that isn't connected to the dress yet.
wait.
Right? You can do it. You can do it. There. Yes, that
And,
little
Yes.
piece right there. Like, it's
Those
such a
little-
cool little
I'm
detail. The fact that it's not
Yeah.
attached yet because it's
Those-
coming
Uh,
around.
Because it's one of the bubble trails. She's got one up by
Uh-huh.
her hip by
Yeah.
Rob
Yes.
too. You know,
Right over
Wha-
here.
Why? And Rob, we'll talk later. But why is everything's butt end facing me? Like it was a
Yeah.
rhinoceros a couple weeks ago. Like could you just turn it around, please?
I will
Like,
adjust these in the future.
Why
My
are they getting
apologies.
the ass ends of anything? I get the ass ends of stuff, and they don't. I think there's issues here. So
I'll talk about it with Rob in his next review.
but a rhinoceros versus a J. Scott Campbell pinup. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, and what
it's more
Chris the
subtle.
other week. Chris the
More
other week had
subtle
that
this week,
Pope
but
Yes.
with Peepak. He had a dog, a balloon dog.
Oh yeah, with his leg
Oh,
lifted right
with
toward that corner.
The little pea peck from Mighty
Mhm.
Jax.
Yep.
So cute.
I haven't been calling him out except for recently. I was
Sorry.
waiting for things to change.
Like,
but
enough is
there's a
enough.
trend here. So
Next thing you know, Rob, she's going to start a petition.
change.org.
Is anyone else's Cinderella dress not magically appearing and disappearing?
All right,
love
we do have one more piece
Okay.
that also got an out of the box video. So if you want to check how that's assembled, this is the Thanos modern version statue. It all makes sense from
see what you
Sideshow for the Avengers
Okay,
Assemble
well, look,
collection.
the butt is facing them.
There
so
you
this is
go.
good.
The
Finally.
Polyresin Thanos modern version statue measures 23 inches tall as the Mad Titan stands triumphantly atop the wreckage of Avengers Tower. Now you can't quite see it, but this piece that juts out of the hands are hard. I don't like this orientation.
I know.
The piece that's jutting out on my side, yes,
There you go.
that's the A from Avengers Tower,
Oh, that's
inspired
cool.
by his modern comic book appearance with the kind of more metallic gold armor as opposed to the bright yellow of the classic version, which we do also offer. He has a fully sculpted dark blue bodysuit with that metallic gold armor. He is wielding the mighty Infinity Gauntlet, which does include a light up feature in the Infinity Stones. And this nigh unstoppable villain will prove that Earth's mightiest heroes are no match for the ultimate cosmic overlord. So he is in scale with the other Avengers Assemble pieces. If you've got those, we've got Wasp, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Thor, all those good friends. So you can check him out at side.show/modern titan.
I like it.
Sounds
I
like a
like it.
magazine, you know?
Yeah.
Do you subscribe to Modern Titan?
It sounds to me like that girl, like he's gonna throw his hat. He's a modern Titan. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
He can work and have it all. the
Right.
Modern Titan dream. No, but I love this Avengers Assemble collection. It's just a lot of fun. And yeah, there's and there's this guy also comes with two different portraits. I know we didn't mention that, but there is the grimacing portrait and then that kind of come and get me smile portrait. Both versions, classic and modern, include those two portraits.
Love it.
So you've
Love
got
it.
display options.
Yes.
Next up, we have a featured deal. Do we have a title card for
Yay.
that?
We do. Sing the song.
Deal of the day.
Yeah.
Deal.
This is the Batman, the definitive history of the Dark Knight in comics, film, and beyond book by Insight
Oh, nice.
Edition. This book celebrates Batman's 80th anniversary in 2019 and traces his history across 80 years of comics, cartoons, live-action TV shows, and major motion pictures, exploring the history and legacy of the Caped Crusader through his many incarnations. Featuring exciting, never-before-seen imagery and commentary from key writers, artists, filmmakers, and more, this book also includes a variety of removable insert items, providing a unique, immersive experience for fans. Comprehensive, compelling, and filled with previously unseen treasures, Batman, the definitive history of the Dark Knight in comics, film, and beyond, is the ultimate guide to the legendary hero. This was $75 USD, but it is now $62.49 with free US shipping at side.show/book night, and that's night with a K, so it's BOOKKNIGHT, side.show/book night. Don't ask me to use it in a sentence.
What are you guys doing with the discounts, man?
Like,
Hey.
no discounting everything.
I
Disney
love
on the
Insight
discount day.
Edition Insight Edition books when they do have those removable. Like I have the Shape of Water Insight book and like all the different like panels or like for
Oh
the
my
photography.
gosh.
Sometimes they make them like flip pieces or things you
Yes.
can actually pull out. Just so much fun.
I love those. Absolutely. It's so cool because
actually-
it's more than just reading the book. There's all these little
Yeah.
things to play with.
I actually have a Batman book I got years ago that it's almost like an escape room mystery. Like as you're going through, there's all these little envelopes that you can pull out that have evidence, and you're supposed to be Batman solving a mystery.
That is
You're
awesome.
supposed
Guys
to
with
be
the escape
Batman.
rooms, man.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Amy, for that. And now we're going to head down to this corner of the screen, and Robin's
Don't
going to
be
bring
poking
us.
at me.
I'm gonna nudge you.
Collector community.
Collector community.
Collector community. I want a theme song. I got to write it into my contract.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yep.
Well, for anybody that's new joining us, we have tons of social channels and ways for people to reach out and share their collection with us and their figures. And we really enjoy seeing the creativity that collectors put behind their displays and their lighting. So we decided to feature these images that we're grabbing off the web from all our various social channels so we can share how creative our fan base is. So we have, and you guys, I'm going to massacre this last name. So instead of,
I believe in you. You can do it.
oh, pressure. Okay.
I'm here to help.
Our first image was submitted directly by Laura Quiles. Laura
Yes.
Quiles. Sorry,
Yes.
Laura. Laura submitted Boba Fett
cool.
and Han directly through our website. So if you guys are wondering how to share images with us, you can go to side.show/how to share because everybody wants to share. We would love to see what you guys got in your galleries and the specialty setups that you have and environments. People go really, really crazy. And this is a beautiful piece by Laura.
I love that she's got the Han's case lit up. What do we call that? I know it's carbonite, but what do we call the whole thing?
Carbonite.
No, that's the material. So like, what is that thing?
I don't know.
You've stumped a
rectangle. Is
carbonite
rectangle
block? I don't know.
Is someone screaming the answer in the chat?
Oh, we've got Laura Quiles right here with us on YouTube today. Yes, Laura, beautiful shot.
Laura, I have to say your name, Quiles, like Beetlejuice. Quiles.
There you go, and she will appear.
I know, isn't that wild? But this is awesome, Laura. Thank you so much for sharing. And anybody else that wants to share, we have tons of channels to share through. Again, side.show /how to share. Our next image comes from Instagram, and it comes from the Super Dave, and it's Cyclops.
That is so cool.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Just the saturated colors on that is beautiful.
The pose is amazing. The lighting is gorgeous. Love it.
Right.
Yeah, those colors are so 90s.
Uh-huh.
And that is Cyclops. A shout out to our collector at the Super Dave who went through Instagram to post that. So thank you so much, Super Dave, because I just like saying Super Dave.
Super Dave.
Super Dave. And our last one is Kotobukiya Iron Man Mark 43, submitted by Danny Vanderhenst. And you guys are giving me the hardest last name.
We made all these up. These aren't real people.
Super Dave and Danny. Danny Vanderhenst, thank you so much for submitting this. This is awesome. It's just really cool that he captured like the forge and all the sparking in the forge. That's really wild. We have some really massively talented collectors out there.
I love that some of it's in the foreground too. Like you can see over his arm, there's like some of those sparks coming out in the front. It's great. Nice touch.
We have a great bunch of collectors. They're talented in their own right. So we have a short link going on down below. We would love to share your images on our daily YouTube videos. So please don't be scared. Go to side.show/how to share. And it'll give you a nice comprehensive instructions on where to share and how to do it. And I believe Amy, now look at the hands.
I know it's tricky.
Like a hand tail. Amy wrote that. Very, very awesome. She detailed it out so you won't have a problem. So side.show/how to share.
Nice. Thank you, Robin. Now we're going to take the elevator upstairs and we're going to check in with Rob for put up the thing. Pop culture headlines.
The headlines here.
You an old-timey radio. That's just in.
It's just in.
Coming across the pop culture wire.
Hot off the presses.
All right. Well, first up we have
more coffee from you.
We are well rested after a 3-day
We are ready.
Yep. Coming in hot. HBO Max has announced a new director for the upcoming DC Comics Green Lantern series. According to Hollywood Reporter, Lee Toland Krieger has been brought on to direct the series' first 2 episodes. Won't be his first time in the DC realm, as he directed the pilot of the current running CW's Superman and Lois series. So he's already in that universe, and now he's going to direct the first episode of the Green Lantern series.
I think they're Max. So I have high levels of expectation for that then.
Yeah. And then this one was very cool. I was very happy about this. Oscar Isaac has been officially confirmed as the Moon Knight. So there he is. Marvel shared the photo of the actor in front of a wall of comic books with the caption, "We are Moon Knight." No other information is really available at this time. It's pretty early in production, but I mean, he's shared some videos of his fight choreography preparation, and it's looking, I'm very excited for this movie.
Absolutely.
I think it's a TV show.
Oh, is it?
He's gonna have one of the, he's in the next wave with She-Hulk and Miss Marvel.
Oh, nice.
Now I'm even more excited. I will take a longer extended story all day. That's better. And that's what's from the pop culture headlines for today. If you want more pop culture headlines, which are run 365 days a year nonstop, Andrew Seco puts them together, and they can be found at side.show/PapoDcast.
That is correct.
There's a regional variant in the dialect that some people have.
Yeah. But over here it's Sideshow Standard Time.
Yeah. PapoDcast.
That's right.
That's how everybody else pronounces it. Podcast.
Podcast.
Or that.
Podcast.
Or that.
You need a pop filter on your microphone to say pop podcast.
Podcast. So yeah, Andrew puts these together every day. We only cover a few of them here, so if you want more of them, go over there, check it out, and get your dose of pop culture headlines.
Every day. It
Every
never
day.
stops.
Every day.
Pop culture cannot be stopped.
Nope. Cannot be stopped. Thank you so much, Rob. Now let's see, which one am I gonna do? It came from the blog.
with the slight zoom in. Wow, I don't know whether to be honored or just a little
Frightened?
Sure, why not? First up, we've got the Iron Man Day 2021 booth tour. In honor of Tony Stark's birthday in Marvel Comics, Sideshow celebrated Iron Man Day on Saturday, May 29th. In honor of everyone's favorite futurist, we busted open the top secret lab and partied like a genius billionaire playboy philanthropist with product spotlights, giveaways, game shows, and Sideshow rewards. The centerpiece of the day was a booth tour through our very own Hall of Armor, showing off new and upcoming Iron Man collectible releases from Sideshow, Hot Toys, and Iron Studios, including designs and armors from both Marvel Comics and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You can check out all the photos and see some excellent pictures of our host, Paul Stark Hernandez, at side.show/Stark Expo.
We had an event all day long on Saturday, and Missy, who is our Iron Man super fan on our team, she was helping to host these streams, and one of the streams was a trivia. And so Missy played along, even though she was not eligible to win anything. And I think that the person who won got something like 700 points on the trivia. Second place person had they're in the 700s. Missy was over 1,000 points. Like, it wasn't even close.
Oh my
God.
She blew everybody out of the water. It was impressive. It was impressive. And she missed a couple because she was helping read things. So she's like, I didn't get a chance to answer. Like, she just flat out missed a couple.
The shame. The shame.
I know.
Of it all.
She definitely, proved out and earned her role as our Iron Man super fan. It's pretty amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was a fun day.
All right. Well, you can recap all of that at side.show/Stark Expo. And I believe we'll have a full-on wrap-up blog coming later this week. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. And then up next, we've got Shadow and Bone, 4 major differences between the show and the books by freelance contributor Dana Marquez. She is great on our Netflix correspondent. She's kind of our Netflix correspondent. She's really up on the movies and television.
I'm over here at Netflix bringing you the latest breaking news.
So, of course, no book to series adaptation can follow the original storyline perfectly. Sometimes these differences are welcomed by the fandom, and sometimes others are completely disregarded as not canon. But the truth is, we all have different opinions on these things, and that's okay. That's what makes reinterpretations such as Netflix's Shadow and Bone fun to watch and discuss. So you can find 4 major differences between the book and the show at side.show/into the fold.
Nice.
And the differences are pretty.
There's a GIF.
Big.
I found we can embed GIFs into the blog.
Oh,
so there's
a GIF in this article. Now. The blog
it's
is
a whole new game. But it's also very interesting to read from someone who's very passionate about both versions of the property.
Yes.
She detailed some very interesting differences that completely change the tone of some characters' evolution in the series. So check that out on our blog.
Also, we did discover this today. Amy is today's blog witch. I don't know what that means, but I love it.
Okay, I was going to say, is this some joke I missed at some point? I mean, I'm always the blog witch. Thank you.
Yes.
I live in a little hut with chicken feet. Not quite. But you can read all of these stories and more at sideshow.com/blog. There is fresh content for you every single day from both the Sideshow internal team bringing you product news and spotlights and some wonderful outside contributors who are just from the fandom bringing you stories that they are passionate about. I'm actually working today to review a blog that's about the top 10 moments in Marvel's MODOK. So we'll have that later this week if you watched that series and want to relive some of the insanity.
Love it.
Coming very soon. I've never done a teaser for the blog, but that'll encourage you to keep your eyes out.
I love it. Thank you so much, Amy. All right. And last but not least, the highlight of the show, Robin's going to bring us this week in streaming.
Oh, see, that was better. That was exciting. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, we have new things that are releasing through HBO and Netflix and Hulu. Everybody's coming off of an extended weekend. At least the US people are coming off an extended weekend. So you guys have better been binge watching tons of things. And there's more things for next weekend that you can binge watch as well. The movie that's coming out on HBO Max on June 4th is The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. The 3rd Conjuring film, but the 8th in the Conjuring universe, The Devil Made Me Do It, follows paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren as they battle for the soul of a young boy. This case marked the first time in U.S. history where a murder suspect would claim demonic possession as a defense. Now, that is a cool defense. Like, hey, I didn't get that project done because I was possessed.
I would like someone to watch it and then explain to me the story because it sounds really fascinating and I want to hear about it, but I will not be watching.
Just go watch that Angel episode again where the little kid is possessed. It's just the same thing, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's the same. That's about as scary as I can get.
Okay, so maybe you want to mute yourself when we talk about scary things.
Let me write that down. That's a good tip.
Mute the audio. All right. Well, on Netflix, we have it looks like a series that is premiering in the 2nd season of Ragnarok, and that's about a Norwegian fantasy drama returns for its 2nd season. Following the ideas from Norse mythology, a young man begins to discover he has the powers of Thor. Amy, he has the powers of Thor.
I've never heard of this.
I haven't either. I'm like, wait, what? As
his powers grow,
too, and I've never even.
As his powers grow, he notices something else strange about his hometown of Ida and the richest family that belongs there. Is Ragnarok approaching? Do frost giants walk among them? Available in its original Norwegian with subtitles or full English dub, the 2nd season is now available on Netflix.
I'm watching this.
It's like Once Upon a Time, but Thor.
Yes.
That is up your alley.
We're watching this. Yes. We got to go, you guys. We have to watch this.
I found this series last year and just stumbled upon it and watched the 1st season in just a couple days. It's so cool the way they do it because it plays out almost like a high school
Musical?
drama, like a high school drama, but then there's all these Norse mythological interactions.
gosh.
It just the slow burns, and
That's amazing.
That actually sounds like there's a tabletop role-playing game I love called City of Mist, where basically everybody has the power of some god or fantastical object. Like you could even be the sword Excalibur, and like half the populace is like asleep to these powers, and then some people start to wake up, and you're the player characters who start to realize like
Oh my gosh.
you're part god. I love that stuff.
Madison's in the chat saying, "I think I need to watch this." Yes, I think we all need to watch this.
So we're all voting.
Group watch.
Yes, Ragnarok second season on Netflix.
Yes.
Also, June 4th, releasing on Netflix is Sweet Tooth. The highly anticipated fantasy series makes its debut this week. Based on the comic by Jeff Lemire, Sweet Tooth takes place in a post-apocalyptic world in which hybrids are being born. The hybrids are a mix of human and animal. Unsure if the hybrids are the cause or the result of the virus that brought humanity to the brink of destruction, some fear and some seek to destroy all the hybrids. So that's kind of pretty cool.
Right around the corner this Thursday.
I can't believe it's June.
I know. You're like, wait, when did it become
that's
June?
Yeah, we got a couple weeks till Sweet Tooth. I haven't even finished MODOK yet, so I'm like,
okay. Well, welcome to June.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like this one kind of snuck up on us. Like
Sweet Tooth will be on Netflix.
Trailer.
Yeah.
And now it's here.
Boom.
Boom.
It looks like it could be fun. I think
the
after
comic
Ragnarok,
is amazing.
Yeah, after Ragnarok, I think I'm going to watch Sweet Tooth. Now, the last thing that we have to talk about is Lego Masters Season 2, and that's going to be on Hulu.
I love it.
Will Arnett hosts this game show pitting teams of 2 Lego builders against each other in weekly themed builds. So the show premieres on Fox June 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern. But it also will be available on Hulu the following day. So that's why we snuck it in there with Hulu. But it's a cool show. I'm always just overwhelmed by watching these people put Legos together.
Oh my gosh.
It takes such a long time, but they do some incredible things with the Legos. So
yeah,
that is fun family show to watch. So if you got the kiddos, Lego Masters.
I love it. At the beginning of the lockdown, when we were all like just trapped in our houses, I got big into doing Lego kits. I did like a giant Lego tree house, and I did a Lego neighborhood. Yeah. So I will be definitely checking that out.
We were building a Boba Fett head.
Oh, nice.
We got halfway through, and a Lego was missing.
No, you can contact them to get a part sent to you, I did that.
We're doing that, but it's maddening when you get
oh my gosh,
halfway through.
Yes.
And then you think it's you. So you like, I had the kids search the floor, it's got to be in here. And then you realize they never packed it. So
just go to their site, enter in the part number, and then you can get it shipped to you.
Yeah.
That happened with some of my Bionicles when I was a kid. They're just missing the one key pin that puts their arms in, so they're all walking around with legs.
Nice.
No arms and stuff. So what are you guys watching on streaming? You had 3 days.
All right.
What were you watching?
All I did was watch Dawson's Creek for 3 days. There's a lot of geek things going on, and I could have been watching, Star Trek and lots of things, but nope, I just watched Dawson's Creek for 3 days straight. So let's move along. Rob, what did you watch this weekend?
I actually started Ragnarok Season 2.
Nice.
And one that we mentioned last week, Mr. In Between, I decided to give a shot. I watched the first 2 seasons in 2 days.
Really?
It's so good. It's just a little like a half hour, like kind of dark comedy crime story, and it's so good and so quick. Little 20-minute episodes, you can get right through the seasons, no problem.
Nice. Oh, it looks like John over on Facebook said he finished Jupiter's Legacy and MODOK over the weekend. Nice. Pib over on YouTube watched Army of the Dead. Cool.
Nice.
Kurikatsu on Twitch was watching K-dramas.
Good choice.
My daughter's super into those. Amy, what were you watching?
I'm still catching up on How I Met Your Mother. I'm almost on season 8.
Nice.
Taking it a little slow. And then I'll be fully honest. I took this weekend to catch up on comic books because I'm so behind on some stuff.
So you were streaming comic books into your eyes.
I was just streaming them into my eyes. But secondhand, my mom was watching the new season of Handmaid's Tale, so I was like absorbing it through osmosis.
Yeah. There, so it's somehow woven into your comic book stories, like in a weird way. Yeah,
in a weird way. But yeah, I was catching up on comic books.
I, for some reason, throw myself on the mercy of Netflix. What's trending, because I feel like I'm not trendy and I need help, and I fall to their algorithm to tell me what's trendy.
So you play some Netflix roulette,
right? And this past weekend, what was trending was a vampire werewolf series called The Originals. So I started watching that, and that was interesting. It actually starts out, really quickly, which is cool. It wasn't like a slow build up. But the funny thing is the head vampires, when they get irritated with people and they don't want to talk to them, they just crack their necks. They just break their necks, and the people fall down on the floor, and eventually they'll regenerate. But it takes them
are they doing it to other vampires?
Yes, when they're talking and they get aggravated and they don't want to talk to them anymore, they just shut them up by cracking their neck, and they drop on the floor, drop out of frame, and then they go on to something else. So I was like, wow, we can't do that in the workplace.
No. I love it. That's an interesting way to just end a conversation for the undead.
I'm done talking with you.
Yes.
It's like halfway between a polite dismissal and a Mortal Kombat finisher.
Love it. Oh, we had a lot of people in the chats watching Cruella. I have not seen that yet. I'm excited to watch that. Lucifer. Let's see. Band of Brothers. Declan's watching on Facebook.
I am afraid to watch Lucifer because I watched it throughout and it ended really great, and I'm afraid I don't want to jump the shark moment like of the extended season. So I'm still on the fence about that.
Because that one's based on the Vertigo comic, right? Is that, Rob, do you know if that's anybody?
Loosely based on it. They've taken some liberties.
Okay.
But yeah, it's loosely based on that comic.
Nice.
But I guess I'm going to have to, because that's also was in the what's trending. So I avoided that.
That was the second half of season 5 just went up Friday, and I think Netflix has said that there's only going to be 6 seasons, so there's only one more after this, and they're wrapping it up.
Nice.
Again? Question mark?
Okay.
Until they realize it's making them $1 gazillion and be like,
yeah, like, okay.
It's back.
They bring it back for Lucifer.
If they don't use that.
You can have that one, Netflix, free of charge.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Well, I think with that, now that we've dropped that, little bit of nugget onto the world, I think we are going to wrap up today's show. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Don't forget to catch us every Monday through Friday on Facebook, our Facebook group, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Twitter, where we will be bringing you all of the latest and greatest from the site and from the world of pop culture. So thanks you guys for watching. Thank you, Rob, Amy, and Robin for joining us. And we will catch you guys in just a little bit for Unsealed and Revealed. So don't forget to come watch and see how I do there with that.
And nothing else.
I'm going to be watching because
boy.
Yeah, maybe I'll heckle from the chat. That'll be awesome.
It's going to be great.
First challenge.
I know. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you a bit later on. And as always, don't forget to let your geek side show.